What's up, guys? It's been a week. Like, literally, I posted last Monday, so now it's Monday again, so it's been a week.
Delicious hot schmoes.
Also, this is my moment to tell you to subscribe. I haven't done it in like 7 videos, so this is your chance to actually hit the button now that I've told you to do it. So, boop. I went and watched 2 movies this week, and they were both pretty awesome.
I know what you're doing, Frank. You're trying to make me lose my temper, but it's not gonna happen. I'm afraid cooler heads have prevailed.
The first one that I watched is a romantic comedy called The Roses. I'm sure you've seen trailers for this if you've been to the theater anytime recently, and it was hilarious.
You're the devil!
If you like Benedict Cumberbatch and you like Olivia Colman, you will probably love this movie because the dynamic that they have as a couple in a failing relationship is hilarious.
She's really pretty.
I know, Dee, but it's more than that with Kathy. It's emotional.
They are the most petty people on the planet Earth, and they do not hold back on messing with each other while also trying to stay in love.
You look pretty.
What did you say?
I said you look shitty. Good night, Denise.
That's the important part about this story, is though they're in a relationship that seems like it is failing, they both are individually trying to be in love with each other, but nothing meshes. And so this dynamic of these two people trying to do something that they love, but it's not meshing with the other person, is kind of an interesting dynamic for this movie. They are witty, they are raunchy, they are hilarious. And it helps that also Andy Samberg is in this movie. I absolutely love Andy Samberg.
Fine. Have fun being married to Satan!
He's probably my favorite actor just because every time he's on screen, he makes me laugh. Every single time. And I love that about him. But anyway, The Roses, if you like rom-coms, you will like this movie, probably. I liked this movie, and I don't really watch rom-coms. So, yeah, go watch The Roses. It was a good time. And the second movie I watched is not a new movie. Regal Cinemas, for the month of September, has been re-releasing all of the Christopher Nolan movies back into theaters. This was the first one that I decided to go back and watch because it is one of the few that I didn't see in theaters, and it is one of the greatest films ever produced. And I'm talking about Inception. If you haven't seen Inception, first off, where have you been for the last 15 years? And second off, go watch Inception.
I've done this before.
Christopher Nolan is not a small name. Obviously, he is at the forefront and has been at the forefront of Hollywood for many, many years. And he is up there in the argument of one of the best directors of all time.
Come on, Richardson. You're being a tool, man.
I would say I probably love more Christopher Nolan movies than I do movies from any other director ever. It also helps that he's made a lot of movies. Inception. This movie came out in 2010, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. And this movie, I've seen it, I don't know. I've seen this movie probably like 35 plus times. But watching it in theaters was, I think, probably one of the best cinematic experiences I've ever enjoyed. behind only a few movies, two of which are also Christopher Nolan movies, that being Oppenheimer and Interstellar. But this movie in particular is just very unique in both its concept, in its delivery, in its cinematography, in the way that the story is told, the tension is built. It is just so linear and yet also not. It's just all over the place, but also right in the moment at the exact time that it needs to be. The story of Cobb and his relationship with his team and with his dreams and with his wife, and the way that it all plays out in that movie, to be able to both have conflict and resolution of that one main story, and the ability to be able to build a story around that relationship of Cobb and his team and his wife, to also pulling at the heartstrings of all of us viewers through the character of Fisher and his poor relationship with his dad. But at the end makes you feel like he both learned something and he felt something and he believed something. Which obviously is the point of the movie, right? Like, that's what they're doing. They're trying to plant an idea in his mind to be able to help him to make a better decision. But that heartstring pull moment right near the end of the film, when Fisher is standing next to his dad on his deathbed, in a dream, within a dream, within a dream. But that moment when he realizes that his dad really did love him and was disappointed not in him, but disappointed in who he was trying to become, because he didn't want to see his kid become himself. It's just a beautiful moment. And every single time I've watched this movie, it makes me tear up. Every single time. Because it's just such a good moment.
Hey, Rob.
Get out!
And so, I just want to reiterate, if you haven't seen Inception, go watch Inception. Whether for the mind chaos that it might create, or for the heart and the beautiful story that it tells. I don't care why you watch it. Maybe you're watching it just so you can say, I watched Inception. I don't care why you watch it, but please go watch it. It is one of the greatest films ever produced.
Wow. You just wrinkled my brain, man.
And this brings me to my last point. Can we just take a second to acknowledge Christopher Nolan? I know he's a big deal. I don't think anybody thinks that he's not a big deal, but bro he has been behind some of the greatest movies ever. Every single movie that I have seen by Christopher Nolan is a good movie. Now, I haven't seen all of his movies, but I have seen a lot of them, and I can't say anything bad about any of these movies. Oppenheimer, Tenet, Dunkirk, Interstellar, The Dark Knight Rises, the Batman Begins, like that whole trilogy is one of the greatest comic book trilogies of all time. Inception, The Prestige, like there's just not a bad movie on this list. I just wanted to acknowledge that. That's it. I'm excited for Christopher Nolan to be making a new movie. The Odyssey comes out next year, and I'm excited for anything else that he decides to produce. But more than anything, I was excited and so happy that I got to see Inception in theaters with my friends, because it is so freaking good. It's so good that it makes me forget that there's a bad movie in the world that is so bad that nobody should ever watch it. And of course, I'm talking about Tombstone. Because if you think that Tombstone is a good movie, you are wrong. It is the worst movie in the world. I've never seen it, and I never will. Peace.
Delicious hot schmoes.